Zhanchi Pro M.
This puzzle makes the list for 3 reasons. Number 1, its internal mech. Number 2, its misleading name. And number 3, its price. First, the mech. It introduces no new value over what Dian had previously produced and introduced a lot of new noise. The name Zhanchi does not belong on this puzzle. It's a Tang Yuan, and Dian was just trying to grab money from nostalgia from people who used to love the old Zhanchi. And the price, $35, especially with that mechanism and the fact that it's not a Zhanchi. No, not working.
Number 9, Shangshao Mr. M V2.
This puzzle makes this list for 2 reasons. First, they only released it in stickered. And second, the plastic quality is just so cheap. And I mean so cheap. If it didn't make an attempt at a spring compression system and was more than $13, it would be in an even worse spot on this list.
Number 8, MS Cube's MS3L Enhanced.
This puzzle comes in at number 8 for 3 reasons. First, it's worse than its predecessor. Second, it introduces a bunch of magnets and is somehow still incredibly unstable. And third, doesn't live up to expectations, which were created by the fact its creator came from GAN and its price point is mid-tier.
Number 7, Dian GuHong V4.
The GuHong V4 is actually a good puzzle at a good price. It just has one problem. It breaks. I don't mean when you drop it or you throw it or you run over it with a car. I mean when you solve it, it breaks. That's just not acceptable.
Number 6, Yushin Huanglong M.
This puzzle makes this list because at $25, it's 5 times more expensive than the Little Magic, and it offers literally no performance improvement or feel improvement, or really any improvement at all whatsoever. I believe this was intended to be a V2 of the Little Magic, but it was failed, and these little ball bearings end up basically costing you $20. Very disappointing.
Number 5, the Giiker M3.
This puzzle makes this list for 3 reasons. Its weight, its noise level, and its adjustment system. First, the weight. At 100 grams, this puzzle weighs more than many other puzzles, including their packaging. Second, the noise level. The clickiness is just insane. And last, the adjustment system. There isn't one. You literally cannot get that screw to turn. Hope you like the corner cutting it came with.
Number 4, Cyclone Boys Feiju M.
This puzzle makes this list because it's heavy, it's really loud, and it has super weak magnets. Oh, and it lacks stability. It weighs 90 grams, is a total brick. It's super clacky and loud. It's impossible to get tension correctly, and it may as well have not had any magnets at all. If this is Cyclone Boy's best attempt at a magnetic 3x3, they need to be in a totally different business.
Number 3, Shangshao Fang Yuan V2M.
So you remember number 9 from this list, the Shangshao Mr. M V2 that came only in stickered and had really cheap plastic? Was $13, and I said if it was more expensive it would be in a worse place on this list. Well, cue this puzzle. This is effectively everything I just described. It's $20, came only in stickered, has extremely cheap plastic. Oh, and they ditched the spring compression and the branding, which were really the only 2 redemptive qualities on the Mr. M. This puzzle is a flop.
Number 2, Fangshin Magnetic 3x3.
Okay, so Fangshin didn't even bother to name this puzzle. Not a good sign. This puzzle has so many things wrong with it that it's hard to even boil it down. It's so slow and sluggish. They made up their own shades. It catches in bizarre and funky ways. It has nothing really redemptive about it. Frankly, if this were the pinnacle of cubing creation, I'm not sure I would be into cubing. I would much rather speed solve a Rubik's Cube brand than this.
Number 1, the TaoCube Light M.
Okay, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that this cube costs $23 but offers no new innovation and is made out of cheap plastic. Instead, I'm just going to talk about the internal mech. There's a plastic core and there's a little washer that attaches to it. Regular turning of the puzzle causes this washer to loosen, and when it gets loose, yeah, that happens. The center cap comes off, causing the worst pop of all time. Alright friends, that rounds out my list for the 10 worst magnetic 3x3s ever. I bought these so that you don't have to. Feel free to leave a comment below for any you would have added. And if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. Signing out for now, y'all. Happy cubing.